Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's AJ Good from the House of Masks, and you're probably wondering, what the fuck is this? And I think we are also wondering that same thing, but we know more about it than you do. So, let's just get the introduction out of the way because I'm not sure how else to hop into this, and because we've already almost shot a full episode today that just didn't get saved. So, we're both in really good moods. And we are just ready to do this, you know? So, welcome to One Good Scarrett. What does that mean? Let me explain it to you. This is going to be the all-around, best ever, coolest, hippest, and most correct Michael Myers podcast. Is it a podcast? We haven't really decided yet. I mean, I think technically by definition it is, but we don't have microphones in front of us, so I think that deducts some points a little bit. So we're raw dogging this episode. I didn't want to spend like a bunch of money on gear if this wasn't going to go anywhere. So you guys will have to let us know at the end of the episode if you dig what this is. One Good Scarrett. Obviously, that's a pun on the most famous Charles Cypher line of all time. It's Halloween, Lori. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare. Did I say that wrong?
No, you said it correctly.
Yeah, you're damn right I did. Like I said, it's the most correct Halloween podcast. All right, anyways. One Good Scarrett. I'm the good part. This is the Scarrett. One Good Scarrett. This is Garrett, everybody. If you don't know. You should probably know, but if you're not watching my videos, I mean, I guess that's fine or whatever. Anyways, I'm AJ Good. I'm the good part. Garrett is Scarrett. The first time he was ever on the channel, I introduced him as Scarrett, or I called you Scarrett because you were scaring me.
Yes.
Yeah.
I scared you.
Okay, so we both love Halloween, the franchise, the movies. We love Michael Myers. I think we both... You like H3?
H3 is okay.
Yeah. We accept H3. I like H3.
Yeah.
But this is going to focus mainly on Michael Myers because that's almost all we have. 99% of anything Halloween is Michael Myers. So... yeah, I just, I've been watching a lot of retrospectives and other Michael Myers-y based things, podcasts and whatnot, and I thought, you know what? I want to do that. I have so much to say about Halloween, and there are just so many topics to be covered, and I really wanted to do it, and I figured that I could do it better than everyone else, because that is what I do. And then this guy just happened to walk into my life a couple of months ago, and he also loves Halloween. Can I call you he?
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Okay, he loves Halloween, and we will get to our own introductions here soon. I just wanted to kind of map out what One Good Scarrett is and give you guys kind of a base idea as to what we're doing. This is the pilot episode, so it is the introduction episode. I want to introduce everything. I want to introduce myself, Garrett, the concept, future episode ideas, stuff like that. So, yeah, I figured, I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at us, we're quite different. So we're already setting a new standard for Myers-related podcasts and shows because we are not both balding, fat, 40-year-old men that are going to be telling you how much we hate resurrection over and over and over. I think that this is a good dynamic. I am about 10 years older than he is, so there's like a generational gap there. I know that our stories as to how we got into Myers are totally different, I would assume. I mean, I don't know that, but I assume they're probably pretty different. And I also think that as much as we've talked about Michael Myers and the Halloween franchise and all the things that we have in common and that we like both love or both dislike about the series, there are probably just as many things that we disagree about. So I think that this is going to be fun. I think that it's going to be good. I look forward to you guys hopefully liking this so that we can do this like once a week or something. And also, most importantly, I thought that burp was going to be cooler. So, introductions. Should I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I assume that a lot of people watching this know who I am and kind of know my backstory. Maybe not so much with the Michael Myers stuff, but I'm going to start from scratch anyways, just in case we have some new viewers here on the House of Masks channel. My name is AJ Good, and I am the owner-operator of the House of Masks. It's the world's largest mask collection, and I dare somebody to challenge that because it is, okay? Just because I haven't given the Guinness Book of World Records money to tell me that it's the largest doesn't mean that we don't know that it's the largest. Anyways, I am a massive Michael Myers fan. Always have been. He is my favorite horror icon. He's my favorite slasher. He's probably my favorite fictional character ever, I would say. And that goes all the way back to my childhood. So when I was, I think, 4, and if it wasn't 4, I'm going to say that it was 4 because it coincides with Halloween 4, which is the movie that got me into Michael Myers. When I was like 4, I remember watching various horror movies with my grandfather, Mr. Terry Dean Good, the man, the myth, the legend. Everybody loves him. And he would show me like soft horror, softcore horror.
Softcore.
Yeah, if you know what I mean. It was stuff like the original Invisible Man was one that I definitely remember. Frankenstein, stuff like that. Black and gray movies that were definitely from that era of like not crazy, violent, neck snapping, throat slitting, butt fucking, or I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He knows what I'm saying. And then for whatever reason, like around that time, he was like, let's watch Halloween 4. And if I had to guess, it was probably on AMC or something. And yeah, I just was totally and completely enthralled from the second that I started watching that. It was like everything. Atmosphere with these movies is a big thing for me. So watching all of these scenes in these locations, the squad crash, like the train bridge, like that looked like my city. It looked like the East End where I grew up, or the gas station with the wood panel walls and the ice machine outside, and obviously Vincent's drugstore. I just felt like I was watching something that could literally have happened where I went every single day as a kid. And then Michael Myers as a concept, like as a character, struck me so much harder than anything that I'd seen up to that point, and also anything that I've seen since then. Like, I probably watched more Friday the 13th growing up than I watched Myers, because that was just what was available to me. But Myers wasn't a zombie to me, or like a paranormal entity. It was like this level of realness that could hypothetically happen in real life. There could be just a dude who's nuts that doesn't talk and doesn't feel shit. Just killing to kill. And I loved that concept. It scared the fuck out of me. Still does, kind of, to be honest. I think maybe that's why I'm still so obsessed. So, I started with H4. Obviously, I watched the rest. I remember watching Halloween 2 shortly after that. And if I thought Halloween 4 was a good movie, then boy, oh boy, was I over the moon with Halloween 2. Because that locked in the portrayal of what a perfect Myers was, in my opinion. He was a normal-sized dude. We all know that the mask has aged and fit Warlock's face a little different, and I just thought that was so menacing in the most subtle way. And I'm like totally a less is more guy, and it probably all stems from H2 and that mask and that portrayal of Myers. And just the scenes, man, like Michael walking through a glass door without flinching is just so sick to me. So these built me up and got me my love for Michael Myers, which is a big part of who I am as a person today. I mean, like, literally, I own the House of Masks. I am the House of Masks. It's my whole life. It's my passion. It's my hobby. It's my career. It's all the things. And it's the reason I know this guy. So if that was a good enough segue, you can have it. The floor is all yours. I'm gonna turn the volume off on this.
How exciting.
I'm so professional. Okay, sorry. Garrett!
That's right. Scarrett. Garrett. Scarrett.
Hashtag Scarrett.
Hashtag scaring it.
You're scaring me again.
Always.
Every time he talks, I get a little uncomfortable.
I pucker up a little bit. Anyway, my Halloween journey starts at, well, I was around 6 or 7 years old. My mom always watched lots of scary movies, and growing up, I watched them as well. Whether or not she was over with my aunt, who might have been visiting in town, they watched them together. And she told me about how she grew up watching scary movies. So we just had scary movies in my house a lot. DVD, VHS, all of it. And yeah, so I remember we had all these DVDs, and we had one of them, we had like a stack, and there in the stack I saw Halloween, and I pulled it out. I think it may have been one of the 2000 anniversary editions that had, his face on it. It wasn't exactly like a picture pulled from the movie. It was like artwork of his face. Something about it captured my eye. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know what he was. I remember hearing about serial killers in some documentary that my mom was watching one time and seeing him pop up on there. And I was like, who's that? So I watched the movie in my mother's bedroom with my mother at night in the bed.
That's also the first place that I watched the original Halloween.
In a bed?
With your mom.
With my mom.
In your mom's bed, yeah.
With my mom in my mom's bed.
I'm sorry. You know what, though? I didn't know that your mom was what rooted you in horror, so that's cool. I'm learning too.
Yeah. So my mom rooted me in horror. And so I watched the first Halloween. It scared the shit out of me. I remember I had lots of nightmares as a kid. I didn't have as many nightmares about Michael Myers as you think that I probably should have.
He was having nightmares about you.
Being exactly right. You never know what he's thinking about, or me for that matter. But yeah, I watched Michael Myers a lot, all the Halloweens, all that stuff, went through them. My mom started coming home with DVDs and stuff. I remember she got a box set of like Halloween 6, H2O, and Resurrection. Don't know how those three got compiled into a box set together. And it wasn't actually until later on into watching them that I came across Halloween 4 and 5. Very later on, because I remember for a while there was just the first movie, and then 6, 7, and 8. And I'd never seen 4, 5, 2, 3, any of the Rob Zombie ones. And so when I came across 4 and 5, I may have seen them on like AMC when it was playing during like Fear Fest or something. But I found the box set at like a Walmart, and I brought it home and I watched Halloween 4 for the first time. And I love Halloween 4. I fell in love with it right away. I think it might be one of my favorites. If not, it is a top contender. I think its only rival would be Halloween 2, which I also didn't see until very far later after that. So yeah, that's me. I went as Michael Myers for Halloween a few years. Now I go to conventions and stuff. I dress up. I have my own Instagram where I do all sorts of photos and everything. And I met AJ at a convention.
He sure did.
Yeah.
And he became my own personal Michael Myers because he creeps me out still to this day. I have a question.
Yeah.
Both of our love for Michael Myers
combined
seems to stem from nostalgia.
Correct.
I want to ask the question on this episode, why Myers? Because we're embarking on this journey of covering Michael Myers as much as we want to. Do you think that if slashers didn't exist until tomorrow, and then they come out, and our first introduction to them is all at the same time, we get a Jason movie, a Michael movie, a Freddy movie, a Chucky movie, a Scream movie, like all the shit, do you think that you would still feel like Myers is number one to you?
Yes.
Why?
I've seen Friday the 13th. I've seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, any of the newer ones as well, whatever, in the slasher genre. With Myers, for me, I think it's more so like a perfect storm where you have, it's the look of Myers, it's the character of Myers, it's the characters in the movies. Dr. Loomis, amazing character. Laurie Strode and her connection with Myers, especially once they went into the rabbit hole with Halloween 2. I just think it's something very off-putting about, I don't know, just his appearance, his personality as a slasher, his motives, lack thereof, or, in future installments, whatever they ended up being, his sister connection, whatever. I don't know. I really like his appearance, his look. That's a big part of it, like I said. And we'll go through all those as well in future episodes. different looks of Myers. But yeah, that's just one creepy motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that's it for me.
Nice.
That would have to be
it. I think that we are both very well versed in Myers. I think that between us we could tell you guys just about anything, which I also think separates us from a lot of those other podcasts is they're so what's a non-insulting word, like baseline, like horror movie fanatics, just entry level people that couldn't tell you the details of stuff. They couldn't even tell you certain details about the movies and get them right. I think that separates us. And like I said, there's the generational gap. There's just our outlooks, I think. Like, I know this is going to come up as something that we super disagree on is the brother-sister thing. Like, that swayed the entire franchise. Like, that decision to make Laurie and Michael related defined the franchise from that point on until the trilogy. And even then, man, I mean, you can't watch it and not think about that. Anyway, so there are endless amounts of topics to talk about. I've gotten some written down here just for future episodes to give you guys kind of an idea of how we are going to run through this. So, like I said, I would love if this took off and you guys enjoyed it and you just felt like you were hanging out with two of your buds talking Michael Myers. So, if that's the case, if it's well received, if you guys enjoy it, I would love to run an episode a week. I've got the obvious, which would be to cover each film in an episode. So the original Halloween gets its own episode. Halloween 2 gets its own episode. Halloween 3 gets its own episode. Yeah, I know Michael Myers isn't in it. Okay. And then we can just cover everything that there is to cover. We cover whether we like it. We cover why we like it, why we don't like it. We could talk about the portrayal of Myers. We can talk about the atmosphere of the movie. We can talk about whatever. But then, once we're past every film, I want to talk about slightly more niche ideas and concepts. So I've got, the best masks out of the franchise, the worst masks out of the franchise, the best kills, the worst kills, Myers portrayals. That's going to be a fun one because I think that we have a lot of similarities and I think that we also have a lot of differences there. We could talk about the different sequels. We could talk about different timelines. Endless amounts of things to talk about. I think that it's going to be really fun. It's actually really hard right now for us not to dive into certain things. We shot a little bit of this earlier before we had some technical difficulties. And we just kept getting sidetracked and just taken into these like rabbit holes of different full-on episodes. There definitely could be full-on episodes. And yeah, dude, we'll have guests on. It'll be a good time. I think for this episode, the main idea was just to introduce what this was going to be. And then a little later, towards the end of the episode, I want to hear from you guys, like my pre-existing audience, and then maybe anybody that finds this video and is interested in what we are going to be doing with this series. I want to hear what you guys have to say. This will definitely be something a little more personable to you guys as the viewers than my regular videos, because that content exists because this item exists or this event exists. But this is like our thing, top to bottom. And as I've mentioned a million times already, there's just endless topics to cover. And there's definitely going to be topics that we don't think about. So we would love to hear what you guys would want us to cover from the franchise, from the universe of Michael Myers. I'm even thinking about getting some novelizations and some comic books and reading.
That would be good. That would be real fun.
If I read for you guys and then we talk about that stuff, that is fucking dedication. So,
you know what else would be good?
What?
Scripts. Like like if we go through and look at like unpublished movies.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how many people have looked into those.
We could even talk about fan films.
We could even talk about fan films.
We had some pizza before this and started watching the newest fan film that everyone's freaking out about, Aftermath. And I turned that shit off. There's just something about fan films that don't hit for me. I don't know how people could not do it right, but they really don't be doing it right.
Yeah.
No offense. I'm sure that the people that worked on that are great. And
if I'm watching a fan film, I do enjoy a good Michael versus Jason or something to that effect. But anything that is goes above and beyond, I just can't get into.
I don't know. I just, like, why is the acting so bad? Well, it's because they're not world-class actors. But then again, you got Judy Greer in the new trilogy, and she's dog shit. Absolute dog shit. And man, don't get me started on Laurie Strode, the Scream Queen herself. See? This is what I'm talking about. We're about to dive into a fucking full-on thing just about bad acting in the Halloween franchise. Yeah, I don't know if I stressed this enough when we did our introductions, but Michael Myers is the second biggest part of my channel. And I know that maybe not a lot of people realize that because Slipknot just overshadows everything here. But I would definitely say that there was a point in the prime of my channel, at least in my opinion, of when things were fun and the things that I was covering kind of effortlessly because it was right there. It was during the trilogy. It was during the hype train for 2018 and then through Kills and Ends, and I feel like there's a lack of Myers on the channel now, and that sucks because I am feeling like this burning passion for Michael Myers right now, maybe just because it's Halloween time, but it doesn't get like this every year, I'll tell you that much. But also, like, the franchise is kind of dead right now and in a lull, like we're waiting for whatever is going to happen. Man, I really hope that we can do this long enough to get to the TV show.
Could you imagine?
Because I already know that I'm going to rip that shit to shreds. I already know.
Yeah.
It's going to suck. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Michael is a big part of the channel. He's a big part of the reason that I collect and do what I do, and I miss having that regular coverage of Michael Myers on the channel, and I feel like this is a good way to do that. But it's a new way to do it. I don't have to be unboxing a $500 to $700 mask just to be mentioning Michael Myers on the channel. I can talk about everything. There's so much to talk about.
There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
I keep saying that, but I mean it. Like,
I agree.
I ran out of room to write things that we could talk about for future episodes. He was talking about scores. There's just everything. So I think I've said my piece. You have anything you want to say? You're the new guy here.
Yeah, if you guys don't watch, then I'm going to do something about it.
I don't know if that's allowed. Okay, so there we go. We've nailed it. We did the introduction to the show. Mm-hmm. We talked about what it was going to be. We introduced ourselves. We talked about what future episodes would entail. We talked about why Myers. Wires. And, this is the reminder at the end. Keep in mind, dude, this is the pilot episode, and it's just to tell you guys what's going on. So happy Halloween, by the way. Once we have concepts to run with and actual dedicated episodes, it'll seem a lot less rushed, I guess. But, like, how do I stretch this for an hour? So I'm going to leave you guys with a reminder to drop your suggestions down below. Drop questions as well. Maybe we'll do a couple, like, viewer-submitted questions in each episode. Towards the end of the episode, we can just answer your guys' questions. So I'll answer whatever you got. I would like questions for Scarrett because he's still relatively new to the channel and the House of Masks world. So I feel like you guys should be getting to know him a little better than you know me because you already know me. Kind of. Hopefully. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully we got so many new viewers coming over from the Myers universe. You insufferable fucks. I can't wait. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so, drop your suggestions. Drop your questions. We'll do our best to get them out. And I think that's like it, right?
I think that should be everything.
Pilot episode, One Good Scarrett. We're not even calling it episode number 1.
Yeah.
Episode number 1 will be Halloween 1978. How do we end this? We didn't think of like a tagline to end on. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, it's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good Scarrett.
One good Scarrett.
That's good, right?
Like scare it.
Scarrett.
Scaring you.
Like AJ Good and Scarrett.
That's right.
And Garrett. Scarrett.
Scarrett.
All right. Let's end this shit. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let us know if you're into this, and we will see you in the next one. That doesn't feel right. That just doesn't feel right.
We will see you in episode 1.
And remember, everyone's entitled to one good Scarrett. You feeling that?
That's right.
These flies, dude. All right. And remember, everyone's entitled to one good Scarrett. My favorite thing about this is that I'm not editing this at all.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay.